Even in our individual lives, it's not until they get ready to turn your lights off that you start scrambling to pay your bills. I did it before. Right? We have to become accustomed to moving when we know we need to move. And not wait for the worst possible things to happen before we start to try to make a change. But I will not ignore the fact that change at any time is good. And so hopefully, this will be one of many efforts that cause people to change. You know, it's unfortunate what happened to the young brother down in Florida. We've had our own questionable situations here in the city of Syracuse. We've had young people lose their lives inside the Justice Center without explanation. And I know I've been stopped plenty of times walking down the street. That too. Alright? So we understand the things that this brother was experiencing, unfortunately, when he met his fate. And fortunately for many of us, we haven't had that kind of situation. But let me say this as well. And I know many of you have thought it, some people probably have said it to you. We have our own crises within our communities. And let me call us out. In the African American and Latino communities in particular, there appears to be a lack of respect for life. And I'm going to ask you not to be a hypocrite today. And let me be blunt. And come out here in the name of peace. But put your pistol in your pocket later. Let's be real. Because just in the last week, I don't know how many people were shot and stabbed last week alone. So we have enough of our own crisis in the city of Syracuse. Let me say one more thing that might be a little bit painful. And there's something to say to the parents. You know, when you talk about teenagers and young adults, the thing that they're after is significant. This is what they're attempting to establish. If you're trying to figure out why the junior high and high schools are in disarray, it's because unfortunately they're not being provided significance at home. All right. If I got to depend on the street to tell me who I am, then we have a serious problem. You know, we can't put the blame 100% on our parents because the parents before them didn't provide them any significance. But today we have an opportunity to do something different. Every person in here has an opportunity. If you have a child, if you have a younger brother or sister, you have an opportunity to provide them that significance and not leave them to figure it out on their own. People who are struggling to find their place to fit in need help. And you cannot be surprised if they're left to figure it out on their own and they turn out in a way that you are not satisfied with. So we have to be responsible. Parents, we have to be disciplined. We cannot, with all due respect, spend our time trying to reclaim our youth. We got kids, and we have to take care of our children. I will not, with all due respect to those people who have those skills, who might have graduated college, I will not depend on social services to contribute to the development of my kids. I will not count on the Syracuse Police Department to keep my kid in line. They don't know my children like I know them. So I'm not going to leave anybody else to handle my responsibility. So the first responsibility falls on us. We got to get our houses in order. We got to get our communities in order. Let me repeat, let's not wait for the crisis.
You got to go all around.
And if we can sleep on that one for the next 7 days or more,
we need people off of here.
It can become our habit. And we begin to move absent the crisis to make our communities, our families, and everything around us stronger and much better. Again, I want to commend the three women for a cause. Y'all did an excellent job.
Excuse me. We need you guys to move this way, please.
I want to give a shout out to County Legislator Monica Williams out there somewhere talking.
Please, thank you.
City Councilor Helen Hudson.
Right here.
The County Legislator Linda Irving. And the many other electeds who are out here right along with you, wearing our hoodies, letting you know that we are. Whoa, y'all a little slow. We're going to try this one more time. We are.
Trayvon Martin.
Thank you. Come on. Peace. Peace. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, we thank God for His many gifts and blessings to the human family, the greatest of which is divine revelation. So we thank God for Moses and the Torah. We thank God for Jesus and the Gospel. And we thank God for Muhammad and the Holy Quran. Peace be upon all of these worthy servants of Almighty God, Allah. But we thank God for His intervention in our affairs by raising up a divine leader, teacher, and guide in the person of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. And we thank God for leaving in the honorable Elijah Muhammad's stead a divine reminder, warner, and comforter to all of us in the person of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. It is in their names that I greet you with the greeting words of peace and paradise. I start with peace, but I say in the Arabic language, Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam, sir.
And the response, wa alaikum salam. Just because you say the Arabic doesn't make you an Arab. Right, so don't be afraid to say it. We have to come in peace, and that's how we're here today. I want to thank Brother Khalid for going in front of me. And the brother's a bad brother, you all don't know. He's a bad man, but you're going to come to know him a little bit more. But I want to thank, too, the sisters again. Everybody's going to do it. These three young sisters.
That's right.
For bringing them out, bringing us out today. You don't know how proud I am, because we went through some stuff here, trying to get this thing together. You don't know how proud I am of them. And as I was marching, Zanetta Green boo-hooing, I'm putting her on blast. And Twiggy right behind her, getting ready to cry. And I'm in front of them, next to them, looking ugly, about to cry too. I'm like, don't start. Because I'm so proud of these sisters, but proud of you all too, for coming out, because you didn't have to come out. You should be proud of yourself for coming and doing what they asked us to do, walking in silence.
With no sign.
And following with no signs. In peace. Brothers and sisters from all over, all sides of town coming down, but we're going to end this in peace. We don't go home. Amen. So that on the front page of the Post, they're not going to say, you know, the Negroes went down in peace, and guess what happened? They're going to be like, we knew it. Or we going to fool them, just like we did on October 16, 1995. Come on now. Minister Farrakhan called 1 million black men to Washington, D.C. We had nothing but peace that day. And at the end of that, we said, to God be the glory. Amen. I thank God for Frank Fowler.
Yes, sir.
And his presence here in the city today, and the leadership of the city for allowing this today.
Sir,
I got to tell you before I'm going to read my speech, actually, some stuff, not read it, but stuff I want to tell you before I go. But I want to thank the clergy, too. You all, I'm going to get to this in my speech, but it means a lot when the clergy can come together, the Muslims and the Christians and the Jews and all can come together. Man, there's some new stuff here. There's some new stuff here in Syracuse, and we need to recognize and get with the program. So with that said, let me get to my words that I want to share with you. There's really 3 simple things I want to share. One is I want to, actually before I start that, let me tell you, this is some crazy stuff. My father is from Sanford, Florida. His daddy from Sanford, Florida. Her family from, we all might be cousins, Sanford, Florida. Right? And now here we are, talking about a brother from Sanford, Florida. That brother could have been any one of us. That's right. But we're here today instead of where he is.
In addition, here's my connection. Many of you don't know this. Some of the old heads know. Excuse me for referring to you as old heads.
All right, now, watch yourself. I'm good.
That my stepbrother, Jeremiah Mitchell, was killed in 1970 on the west side by a police officer, 17 years old. So I know the pain of the Martin family. It's not something new to us. But if we had done what we needed to do then, maybe we wouldn't be where we are now. But we're going to do all we can not to be in this same place 30 years from now. Is that right? That's right. All right, let me give you this. I'm going to draw on Minister Farrakhan's